LoveLine.
LoveLine is meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. This is LoveLine. LoveLine. With Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew, board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist. Yeah. What's going on?
Here we are, back in our home turf.
Yeah. Get it on.
Yeah.
We can't be beat on our home field either, Drew.
How was the rest of your New York trip?
Let's see. So, went home, went to bed at 5, slept about 11:30, and got on an airplane. Went home, had driving everyone nuts. That's all I do is just. Okay, I'll show you my life. You want to know my life?
Yeah.
All right. Here's
complaining.
Here's how my life works. Well, it's complaining. But here's the thing. I was complaining on the ride in. They've been remodeling JFK Airport, at least the American Airlines terminal. They've been remodeling it for about 22 years.
They're saying it's going to be going out for 2 more years.
JFK was alive when they started remodeling that terminal at JFK. Mm-hmm. He was a young man. Mm-hmm. I think he was still in the service at that point when they started the remodel back in 1939. It is the American Airline terminal's the worst one.
Yeah.
But I have no problem with that. They have this one little cordoned off area right by the metal detectors, and everyone's real nice over there. They have a little cordoned off area where people have to take their shoes off and stand there and put their arms on and get the wand. Yeah. The piece of carpet that they have there is from the 60s. It is sacrament thin. It's not carpet like
parchment.
Yeah, it's parchment. It's rice paper. If you can get across that weed hopper without tearing it, you'll be a true ninja. It is, Drew. Is it an eighth of an inch or is it a 32nd of an inch?
32nd of an inch, if that.
It's
invisible.
It started.
I didn't know there was a pad there.
It started off as gray, but has now turned just sort of gunpowder brown. And I had my wife count 19 gum splotches in the thing. Now, I see it every time, and I see these poor women that kick off their pumps. They stand there barefoot on the world's filthiest
Maybe not barefoot.
square.
They have nylons sticking to the gum.
Or nylons, or either way. Yeah. Barefoot, nylon, socks, the world's filthiest square of carpet.
On Earth.
Yeah. And every time I pass by it, I look at everyone who's working there, and I go, how about someone send some guy down to the Home Depot, get themselves just a welcome mat or something.
How about go outside the carpetera in the back, just get a piece of...
But you get a remnant for $8 and just put it down there and change it once every 8 years, let's say.
Or 18 years.
Now, everyone starts laughing at me every time I say this because it's Adam Carolla Funny Man. And it's just, yeah, all right, yeah.
Oh, that's your nightmare.
You talk to my boss about it, all right. And I'm like, no, I'm serious. There's 26 pieces of gum on the carpet.
You're funny, Mr.
It's filthy. Okay, I'll be fair. Maybe some of it is tar from a loogie that a heavy smoker hocked up many years ago. I don't know that it's all gum, but it's that thing, that black mark that gum leaves when it gets
flattened out.
You pull the gum out and it gets flattened out and just gets covered with so much soot that it just actually looks like a pirate's eye patch. Yes. And so there's one square of it. The square looked like it got pulled up from some other location that was like they were throwing it away. And everyone, all these people just come through who are after first class tickets. They get down to their barefoot and they just stand on the filthiest square of carpet the last barefoot guy was standing with the old tobacco on it. And every time I just go nuts. I go, why doesn't... And it's not my sensibilities. I don't care. I eat crap off the floor.
Yes.
I would eat something off of that carpet.
Yeah, you probably would.
I don't care, but it looks like someone blew a snot rocket on your carpet. It looks like a million filthy, just the hordes, just the masses. It looks like it's like a time travel carpet. Like this thing has just gone on. This thing was around 2,000 years before carpet was invented. Is that filthy? Is that disgusting? It is that old? And I just stand there and I just go nuts. And I look at everyone, and everyone wants to know what the deal is. And I'm saying to my wife, what? How many pieces? And she's going, would you relax? Who cares?
Here's what I like. I have no doubt that you chatted it up to your wife a good 30 minutes before you got to that pad. That she had to listen to you complaining about what you're going to see.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah,
She did.
yeah.
And then she had to tally, which was, like I said,
How many pieces of gum?
Well, on the move.
Yeah.
19 that she could find. 19 in a 32-inch by 32-inch square.
Nice. I, on the other hand,
Maybe
skated through the Newark American Terminal, as I've told you a billion times the way to go.
Yeah.
And though the usual hassles at security, I'm like, putting my crap in, just thinking, more travel. And about a large African-American man was standing at the end of that metal tray that you slide your stuff down.
Working security?
Well, I hear him go, sir, you'll have to step aside. I'm like, oh, jeez. I go, sir, look up. David Allen Greer.
Wow. Dag. My main man.
Funny.
Where was he going?
He's going home.
Wow.
Yeah.
What the hell was he doing?
Some audition that he didn't get. Or And he immediately wanted to point out to me that he's angry that we don't use his operatic Germany or Florida.
Oh,
That's
maybe
what makes him upset. He doesn't want to hear the whatever
He
that
doesn't
one
hear the
is.
beatbox
beat
one. Wants to hear the operatic one.
Right.
All right. Well, Anderson, maybe.
And he sleeps on a plane better than anybody.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody's aggravating. Except he does scenes from Shakespeare while he's asleep.
Oh, really?
He's like,
such a fine actor. He's got a big mouth and bigger nostrils.
But they're all
tons of air passing through
moving.
that puss.
No noise. I monitored for that.
All right.
But lots of facial action, really acting out scenes.
You could see him from Coach, huh?
I'm afraid the one he wants doesn't exist. I'm looking.
Oh, he'll have to come back and do that.
Wow.
He'll have to
do it.
It's going to get him angry.
You know which one we're talking about, right?
Yeah, I don't think I ever laid it in, though. It was just funny at the time, but it wasn't really worthy.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be calling. He'll be calling.
Yeah. I mean, it was a 4. All right, let's talk to Felipe. Felipe?
It's Philippe, actually. But
Philippe, you're 20. What's up?
I am. I can't believe I'm speaking to the Vicar of Christ.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're on with the Vicar of Christ.
Still. Vika?
And Dr. Drew, what's up?
That I got to hear over and over, but I can't hear David Allen Greer's operatic.
Not worth it.
Germany or Florida.
He's like the third host on the show already.
Yeah, leave him alone. Go ahead, Philippe.
So I was recently hooking up with an ex-girlfriend, and she at one point she told me that I was the only guy out of all the guys she was hooking up with that could give her an orgasm.
Mm-hmm.
So
what's up, Vika?
So we started talking about it, and to me that made it sound like, oh, she must have some feelings for me. But she started saying, no, it's just because we've been friends so long and we've been having sex for so long that I'm just comfortable with you. So she totally denied having feelings. But to me, it just sounds like, with girls, there's some emotion attached to it. If I'm the only one that can give it
98% of the time, and then once in a while you get one that actually has an aversion to relationships because of whatever went on in the past, and that's going to be a crazy hayride.
Or you can hit one, and it's just you're that person that they can kind of stay out of it with and still have, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They still have feelings, they still feel extra close, and eventually it may get too close, but they can kind of handle it for a little while. Now, what you're hearing, though, is her talking herself out of it. Say, oh, no, I can handle this. No. And maybe she can. But you're right. It's treacherous territory. I don't know if the orgasm has anything to do with it, but just the fact that she claims not to have feelings is a little suspicious.
Well, you have feelings for her, Philippe?
Yeah, I guess we broke up recently, and I tell myself I don't, but I guess I do. So.
Is there a difference in the spelling of Felipe and Philippe?
Yeah, Felipe is Felipe, and that's the Mexican way. And,
one L.
One L.
And F.
Philippe is Philippe. That's French.
No, Philippe has
PPE?
generally 2 L's and 1 P.
All right.
No, 1 L and 2 P's.
2 P's?
Yeah, it's French.
All right, listen, Pepe. And what about, and then do we need a Felipe, a Philip, and a Philippe? Let's just settle on Philip.
All right.
Yeah? Yeah.
Which would be without the E, 2 L's, no E.
Yeah, 2 L's, no E. All right, Philippe. Well, you're into her. She's not as into you. Why did you guys break up?
I think it's because of that, actually. I think I wanted her to be a girlfriend, and she, for whatever reason, didn't want to be with me.
Well, I thought you guys were boyfriend and girlfriend.
No, friends. Friends with benefits.
I thought they broke up or something.
We started off just hooking up, and that lasted for about a month. And the whole time I had like just a huge crush on her. And at one point she said, "Do you want to be my boyfriend?" I was like, "All right, sure." And from then on, it just felt like yeah, that's cool. It just felt like I was in it, and she just wasn't. You know, she was hanging out with guys all the time. And,
all right, so let's just figure this out, Drew. What is Philippe's only shot, if any?
Shot.
Okay, but he's having sex with her.
He's not anymore. She dumped him. She's either
they're not having sex anymore.
No, it's over. Pow.
I thought there was something with the orgasm or something. Philippe, no more sex?
That stopped about a week ago.
All right. Yeah. She just cut that off. All right. Well, that's it. You got to find another chick.
Yeah, I know.
Look, here's about the best you can do. You find somebody else, and she finds out you found somebody else.
That's it. That's your only game. And that's about a 10% chance of working. Look, she's either really, really nutty, in which case he should count his blessings.
Right.
Or really, truly not into him, which is why it didn't evolve into something more. And that's it. Those are your choices.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm looking for, by the way, speaking of screwed up sex lives for Discovery Health, I'm looking for people that have had difficulty with their sex life after having had a baby. Husbands and wives, looking for both, or men and, fathers and mothers.
Let me ask you a question here, Drew.
Yeah.
Regarding dog poo.
Please.
Couple things.
Oh, good. I can't wait.
First off, I went out to dinner last night with Jimmy and his beautiful girl, Sarah.
I thought your dog didn't have so much as a drop of urine come out of him in the house.
No.
Poo?
No poo in the house.
Oh, okay. All right, so go ahead.
But some poo on the road. My wife picked it up in the bag. And we walked by we're taking a walk today. Walked by 30 trash cans. I was like, throw it in the trash can.
Yeah.
Well, she goes again. Something. I was like, what? You like the feeling? You get these stupid arguments, all the time. Nobody gets some more stupid arguments with me, but I can't. For me, I feel like half my life is telling people breathe, and they're arguing with me.
Right,
I'm not gonna.
Right.
Or it's my lungs. I'll decide. And I'm just telling you to do what you should be doing.
Right.
That's my whole argument and everything. But anyway, 30 trash cans. The 31st, I finally stopped. Like, are you going to throw that Duke away? She's like, is it bothering you? I'm like, it's bothering me that we've been transporting caca for the last 70 miles, and you haven't thrown it in one of the trash cans.
That would bother me.
I'm bothered.
Yes, it should have gone in the first can.
You'd be bothered too, right?
Where does she think it's supposed to go? Did she flush down the toilet when she gets home, or what?
Something.
Hey guys,
the dog may go again. I don't know.
This is a reality show I would watch for sure.
Transporting poo?
No, just a camera following Adam and his wife around would be awesome.
Yeah, us arguing about everything.
That would be good.
It'd get tedious fast.
Oh, it would.
It sounds fun here, but he's actually doing it. It gets painful.
You start crying. But thanks anyway, Anderson. So anyway, finally throws the Duke away. But here's the thing: Sarah Silverman's sister, I can't remember which one brought up recently. There she is. That remember, dog Duke used to turn white. You'd leave it outside.
You leave it out so long, it would sort of petrify.
It would turn a little flaky white.
It wasn't the smaller ones, though, would do that. Not the big ones.
Yeah, you're right. But get a little snow-capped almost.
Yeah.
It was weird. It would turn kind of white.
And flaky. It would put a puff powder. It turned to powder.
What's with that?
You have big dogs now. Those were little dog poos.
I think things have changed.
Dog poos changed? Their diet has changed?
Possibly the diet.
They're not eating sawdust anymore?
I don't know if we were feeding them horse or with some, probably just some weird, or steroid
your story.
Or
now, wait a minute. Your
something.
Story sort of belies the fact here that people are cleaning the poo all the time.
Yeah,
we didn't used to clean poo.
No.
Dog poo is just part of the landscape. There was.
Well, S happens.
And then you sort of wait for it to turn to powder and then kick it around, and that'd be the end of it.
Yeah, maybe it was. Maybe it's not spending a long enough period on the ground.
Right.
It used to. Nobody walked around with a baggie.
People would be howling at you if you did that.
Yeah.
20 years ago. Are you kidding?
No.
People would just laugh their ass off watching you do that.
I know.
Film that. That'd be the reality show.
I know. I'd rather. And by the way,
That's something like Ava Gabor would do in Green Acre. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's something that would seem so bizarre for somebody to do.
I would never I still don't do it. But I will bring. You know what I bring? I bring a sand wedge. I actually line it up and I'll hit a lob.
That's good. Nice.
Put it in someone's yard.
Good.
Yeah, got to clean the club a lot, but
it's worth it.
Yeah, and I get to work my swing out.
Sure.
Tom,
do you tee it up? I mean,
no. I
just right on the
that's why I
grass.
use the wedge.
Oh,
it's
right.
like hitting it out of the rough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tom, you're 18.
Hello?
Oh boy.
All right. I'm already tired of talking to you. What's up?
Well, I've been hooking up with a girl recently, and I've got sores on my tongue whenever I eat a lot of sugar or something spicy. Like one of my taste buds will kind of turn white and inflamed.
All right, hold on. How long ago was the hookup?
Oh, tell him to hold on.
Yeah.
I'm on hold.
Well, I got sort of startled by his auctioneering.
Yeah. Slow down, champ.
Tom, well, how long ago was the hookup?
2 months ago.
2 months ago, and you've had soreness ever since. Are you on any medication?
None.
No, you weren't taking antibiotics or anything around that time?
Nothing.
Well, you can get herpes of the mouth just the way you can get it of the genital tract. And if your mouth was down place somewhere where you could have got that, that's a possibility. And that will kind of stick around for a while.
He gave her oral sex. Is that true, Tom?
Yeah.
All right, so you might have stirred something like that up. And also you can get yeast infections in your mouth, though that's not really transmissible from her. It's something that can occur if you're taking medication or vitamins or anything unusual that you're taking or doing or not eating. And that can cause sort of a burning of the mouth and cheeks, tongue and cheeks particularly. So, but yeah.
What should he do?
He needs to get seen. I can only speculate what this is.
All right.
All right.
Go to the doctor there, buddy.
Thank you.
What percentage of food that people think affects them actually affects them? I mean, the part where they have the
food allergies.
Well, there's that part. Then there's they eat red meat and they get tired, or they eat sugar and
I know I've got the garlic thing.
They peak and then they go down. No, I mean Drew gets gassy if he eats green onions.
In terms of affecting green onions.
Well, the people have stuff that'll give them gas. But I always just wonder,
things affect their mood and all that, and energy level.
Yeah.
Oh, 5%.
Yeah, and then you know the person I can't hang around with, the person that caffeine affects too much. You know that person where I have 1 cup. I've been up for 4 days, and then they get all weird. Like you go out to eat with them, and they order a tea, and they're like, "I'll have a herbal." I don't like the herbal people either. I'll have the herbal tea, and the person's like, "Okay," and they're like, "Is there caffeine in that?" And then the person's like, "No, it's just herbal tea." Okay, so there's none. I like the person that checks it 2 times, so there's none.
And then when they turn back
from I'm changing my mind. There's a ton of caffeine, more than a 6-pack of Jolt.
And when they turn back, they got to explain to you all the details.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah. One time, and they always have some story that you want to laugh at, but you can't. Like they go, one time I was working this job, it's about 3 PM. I asked the person for decaf. They said it was decaf, and I was very careful. I hammered it. It turned out it was regular. I could not sleep that night. We didn't wrap until 12:30 at night. I got home at 2, but I could not. And I was thinking, they want you to go, oh, but I'm just thinking, you lightweight pussy. And secondly, you probably did get the decaf. Your mind is you're just spinning.
People do not appreciate the effect of placebo. It's huge.
Oh, I'll tell you, keeps the babies alive. They're swimming in it. Is that what you're talking about?
No, not placenta. Placebo.
Yeah. Anyway, then when the tea comes, they have to say it a second or third time. It's just this doesn't have. It's a weird thing. I don't know why it drives me nuts. You know why? Because I think it's a narcissistic thing. Everyone's got to. Everyone stop, everyone, because if I have an eyedropper worth of caffeine, I'll be up for a week. And doesn't it just make you
think about? Let's put it this way: what if you had exquisite sensitivity to caffeine? You actually had that. How would you communicate that? You would you pull a person aside. You You would not announce it at the table.
No, I'm all about motives. I really am. Somebody said to me last night, a friend of mine said he was arguing with someone about how Bush knew there wasn't any weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, and I said, well, if he knew there were no weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, and he knew in advance, and it was a bit of a conspiracy and everything, don't you think he would have planted some? Because otherwise he'd look like an a-hole 6 months later.
Right.
When he invaded and they didn't find any.
Right.
I mean,
if he were that conniving,
if that's your plan,
wouldn't he go all the way?
Yeah. If someone said to me, look, Mr. Ruler of the free world, if I said, look, I'm going to go invade this country, and they said, yeah, but there's no weapons of mass destruction there, I wouldn't say, all right, well, let's just invade it.
Let's just tell everybody there is.
Tell everyone there is. Tell everyone I said there was. And then 8 months later, I'll deal with I'll look like an a-hole.
We'll just deal with that.
No, here would be my plan. Let's invade, go find something, and go bury it somewhere.
That's it.
There we go. Then we find it. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing with all these conspiracies. It's like, where's the part where they didn't look like an idiot?
Yeah, where's the part where they get the payoff? Where's the motivation for that?
Where's the payoff? Yes. If Bush may have been an idiot by assuming they had weapons of mass destruction, but he assumed it. Because if he didn't assume it, he would have put them in the ground.
If he were that.
Otherwise, he had to know that everyone's just going to be looking at him in 6 months going, where are they?
Right.
And he put his neck out.
Right.
Yeah. Laura, I think motivation.
How did your friend manage that information?
It was good.
He was able to. He caved.
He was on my side. He was arguing with his father-in-law.
Oh.
Laura,
how'd the father-in-law do?
Hi.
Hey.
What's happening? 24.
24. Yeah.
What's up?
Well, I'm just a little confused. I guess I'm thinking I have abandonment issues. I keep jumping from relationship to relationship.
So you end them before somebody can leave you?
Yeah, it kind of freaks me out. I hate being alone. I've had a series of bad relationships. Never really knew my dad.
Well, that'll do it.
I knew him well, and he was a great man.
Really? Truly a great man.
Mm-hmm. Huh. Yes, we were very close. He was like a father to me.
How old was he how old were you when he left?
4.
Why'd he leave?
Spent a little time with the ace man. The vicar?
My mom divorced him and left him.
Yes, why did she leave?
He molested someone?
Do what?
Did he molest somebody?
Yeah, me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, Laura, you might as well include that in the history because it's far more than just abandonment issues.
Even if I don't remember it?
Yes, it wires your brain differently.
Well, how did you figure out he did it? Your mom told you?
Yeah. My mom told me, and I remember when I was like 6 years old going to a doctor for some reason because of the divorce, and they were telling me I had scar tissue and all this other stuff.
Yo.
So,
awful.
Where's he now?
My dad?
Yeah.
He's in Florida.
Of course.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Shocking. I can't believe it. What do they have? Some sort of like
magnet?
I think it's a
special.
It's like a prisoner exchange program, except for they don't give prisoners away. They just take them. They just bring us. You know what it is? They're like some sort of landfill or something over there. Just bring us your trash. Come on down, everybody.
What do they do with them? I wonder. Or they must be building an army or something.
I don't know. I would
because first of all they all become drivers.
Yeah,
the airport drivers.
Oh, don't get me started. Yeah, we got to keep an eye on these Floridians. So he's in Florida and he never got prosecuted for what he did to you.
No, he didn't. He went to counseling, and
well, that always
I guess went to a doctor or something, and he was on some form of a probation or something like that.
All right, well, listen, let's get focused on you. Yes, you will certainly have abandonment issues with the father that is absent and an abusive a-hole. Having been sexually abused will make it overwhelming and difficult and evoke all sorts of chaotic feelings every time you have a close physical relationship or even just a close intimate relationship. There are many manifestations of this condition, including personality disorders, post-traumatic stress disorder, addiction.
That's what...
Whoop, she's an addict. That's what?
That's what I was diagnosed with.
What?
Personality disorder.
You're borderline.
Yeah.
Yeah. So borderline personality disorder.
Anxiety.
All right, but the hallmark of borderline personality is chaotic relationships, inability to sustain intimacy. That's the key ingredient in that. And boy, that is a difficult thing to contain and something you got to stay in very intensive therapy with if you're going to hope to work with that.
Well, don't have any kids. That's my advice.
And to say something simple, you have one already?
I have a
she's
7-year-old
24.
son.
How old?
7.
7.
How old is she?
She's 24.
Oh, perfect.
All right. Well,
here's the deal. The borderline.
Can you put him in juvie right now, just to save all the processing and paperwork
and the damage you might do first,
and the damage, to residential and commercial districts? We just put him in juvie right now. We'll just save ourselves some time.
Hopefully that won't. He's actually a really, really good kid, and he's a genius.
He is? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where's his dad?
That's great.
That is good.
His dad is around. We have a pretty good friendship going on.
All right. Well, listen.
All right.
Your borderline stuff has really got to be taken care of. To sit around and think about very simplistic notions like I have abandonment issues. That's why. No, it's a much more complex than that. Get in treatment and stay in it. Okay.
Okay.
All right, baby doll. Take care of yourself.
Thank you.
All right. Well, Drew, first off, you know how I know he's not a genius? Because parents of geniuses never announce a kid's a genius.
You know what they say is they'll shake their head and go, he's just very smart, very, very smart, very talented, very gifted.
I don't even know if they know it sometimes.
No, usually parents do. They'll go, yeah, this one.
Yeah, but then...
But they will not say genius, ever.
No, they never say genius, and also sometimes don't even brag about their genius kids
They never brag. They'll always understate. But when prompted, they go, yeah, I get this one kid. He's really talented. Really does. What's he doing? Oh, he's 5. He's Caltech now.
Yeah, but throughout history, it's always that good alcoholic stepdad who gets drunk and tells him he's worthless. That's what gives him the eye of the tiger. Let me tell you this, Drew. What do we? I was just thinking of these pedophiles. Every time I turn on the news, it's one of these guys. He's a registered sex offender. They cut him loose in some neighborhood. The good old ACLU wants to make sure that things are sealed and people don't find out. Then
they kill somebody.
A kid's missing.
Right.
What do we do with these guys?
Yeah.
I mean, what do you do with the guys? 50, has a lot of priors, has a hankering for 8-year-olds. You put him in the joint for 4 years. Hey, he's fine. Let's keep an eye on him.
No.
He's cool. You got to call in once a week, make sure everything's cool. We can't. Yeah, we can. What do we do with him? What do we do with him?
You could argue that those things are treatable, but they have to be treated.
Pedophile Island.
Got to be.
That's what the answer is.
Go.
And you know what I was thinking? I know we're running late for break, but a week ago or so, they were talking about how Marlon Brando was going to give Michael Jackson one of his islands to seek refuge on. Because he owns an island, and that island's like a sovereign nation.
Right.
That could be Pedophile Island.
Perfect.
Michael Jackson lands there. All the other pedophiles go there. And that's when my plane of Cub Scout troops goes down. Yeah? Ever talked about that?
No.
I never talked about Pedophile Island with you?
No.
Oh, this is a strong idea.
Is this a TV show? I see. It's like
even...
Lost. I get it.
Yeah. I shouldn't even talk about it. It's too good. Forget it.
It needs a better name than Pedophile Island, though.
There's no better name. AIDS Butler wasn't a better name than Pedophile Island.
No, you need to make a twist on the Lost and the Cub Scouts.
All right, true.
Lost Scouts or something.
Now, hold on. We'll take a little break. We'll come back with Drew's horribly disappointing effort on the title of my working title, Pedophile Island.
Pedophile Island is good, but I think you do better.
I like to see you do better.
Oh, I don't.
All right, you do better.
All
right, Chris.
Yeah, what's up?
You do better than Pedophile Island when we come back, all right?
Okay.
All right?
I'll work on it.
Get a pen, write down a few.
Okay.
All right?
Sure.
5.
5 of them.
You know the storyline?
Something's on fire here, by the way. What smells?
Chris is thinking.
No, I got
it. Always smells like a Duralog just got lit up whenever he has to think. All right, come on, write them down.
Okay.
All right, we'll be back after this.
LoveLine. We'll be right back.
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191-er. Oh, yeah. The Vicar of Christ. I still get to keep the title for like another 5 days or something.
What's up, Vicar? Nice.
Thank you. All right, when we left off, I was talking about my show, Pedophile Island. Hold on. The premise of Pedophile Island is it's the year 2020. I like when they just pick a time like it's only 15 years away, but... Right. They've taken New York has become a maximum security prison.
Right.
What? It's 12 years from now. What do you mean? How's this work? The federal government has placed chips inside of all its citizens. We're all wearing gray jumpsuits.
Soylent Green. That was like 8 years after it was.
Well, It is. It always cracks me up that those movies don't really come out anymore because the year 2000 was the benchmark of all things.
Yeah.
And even a movie that was made in 1989, it's the year 2002. Somehow, when we got to 2000, we jumped ahead 1,000 years. It wasn't like, well, that's 11 years from now.
Right.
It's 11
years.
plus 1,000 years.
Right.
There was something about that 2000 thing was very romantic. We grossly overestimated our ability to progress.
Oh, yes.
In the 70s and 80s.
Oh, yes.
Soon as the computer was invented, everyone went, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's game on.
Time travel within like 6 months.
Yeah.
And as it is, cars are about the same. Doors swing on hinges. There's no
It
aperture.
just works a little better.
And people just wear Levi's like they used to.
Yeah.
Same frames, same shoes. Shoes are just leather.
No
about it.
jumpsuits.
Yeah,
No
you get
polyester jumpsuits.
Get a cavity, they drill a hole in your tooth, and they pack some crap into it.
That's right.
There you go. They give you a nice shot. There you go. That's it. So anyway, it's the year 2020. We can't figure out what to do with these offending pedophiles, these chronic offenders. So we put them on an island, pedophile island. All right, now a plane filled with Cub Scouts attending a jamboree in Barbados crashes into the island. Okay,
Chris has a name for this.
Cub Scouts have to fend for themselves. Now Drew says he can do better than pedophile.
I think
island.
as the executive of the company, I have a few notes for you.
All right, you got a name, but Chris, I gave the. He's already apologizing with his face. I gave him the assignment to come up with 5 good names for Pedophile Island, or better names for Pedophile Island during the break. What do you got, buddy?
I got nothing.
0. That's actually impressive.
0?
Yeah.
That's better than something lame. I got to hand it to him.
You got nothing?
Gusto, and verve.
Nothing?
I'm still working on it.
Really? All right. You want a pen or something?
Oh, I got a pen.
Oh, you do?
I got a pen here, yes.
All right. It's got ink in it and everything? It's not.
I don't let me check.
All right. You got 0.
That's a commitment.
Yeah.
Give him a break.
This is an assignment, by the way.
Lord of the Pedophiles.
There you go. I like that.
All
That's
right.
a good one.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
That's what you got. All right. I need 4 more.
All right.
All right. Write them down.
Lord of the Guys.
This isn't junior college. You have to actually do work.
All right. Yeah.
Lord of the Guys. That'd be pretty good.
Junior college.
Yeah. I know.
All right, Drew, what do you have?
I thought we ought to have a throwback. What was that? What was the chimpanzee's name that might sound as a Bob or something?
I'm not going to help you. Just give me the
what's
titles.
a chimpanzee? I thought Thrillergan's Island. Thrillergan's Island.
Thrillergan's Island because Michael Jackson is on this island
Gilligan.
too.
Michael Jackson's the Gilligan.
That's good.
You got to get.
It's not good.
Yeah,
It's
no,
bumpy.
and we'll
It's
get
bumpy.
Relax, we'll sort it out. Just bear with me here.
Thrillergan's Island.
Thrillergan's Island. And
Thrillergan or Thrilligan?
we'll test it. We'll test.
All
We'll
right.
test it, which one they like best. And there'll be like a studious type of sort of a professor, if you will. There'll be a candy ass guy that grew up with a silver spoon.
No, this is serious, Drew. This is not a comedy. This is not a comedy.
Oh, it's like Lost.
Yeah, it's like Lost, but
I had
better.
the wrong-
Yeah.
They're wrong. See, I thought it would be that the Cub Scouts would keep nearly falling into the island.
Yeah. No,
Antics ensue.
They're in the island, and here's the deal. They're Cub Scouts, and they have to get their merit badges in survival, ironically, and that's what they're going to have to do. And they have a hurt scout leader who wants to be left behind, but they keep dragging him along.
Played by Brian Keith.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So what do you got?
I'd got to rethink it during the next break. I think it was
All right,
drama.
so Drew, I'm going to give you a big 0.
Well, because you don't want a comedy this
Chris, I'm giving you a 0 as well, too.
take
Shocking that you two geniuses
I
came
kind
up
of
with
like
nothing.
Lord of the Guys, though. That was a good one.
Lord of the Guys is pretty solid.
Yeah.
What Chris had Lord of the Pedophiles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lord of the Guys. Not bad, but just sounds like gay porn.
Yeah, but
That's good.
in a way, we want,
No.
you have some viewers,
That's
don't
good.
you?
Chris, you delivered a solid. I don't say you delivered a solid 4, and now you're going to rest. No, I need 4 more efforts.
4 more,
from you.
okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Layla,
Yes.
you're 18.
Yes, sir.
What's up?
Actually, I have not had a period in like a year and a half. And I'm wondering if I should be concerned about that.
Why haven't you had that evaluated?
I have. like one doctor will tell me, oh, we need to run a bunch of tests, and then another one will say, don't worry about it.
And why didn't you run the tests?
I have, but they've said nothing. Like, I don't know if I should.
Are you overweight or underweight?
No, I'm actually really athletic, and they said that might have something to do with it. But
All right, so people that are very athletic and or lose a lot of weight will often become what's called oligo or amenorrheic. And you have to kind of watch that because that's associated with softening of the bones and low estrogen levels. So it's something you may want to see an endocrinologist about, but it's not something you need to be alarmed about. Obviously, the most common reason of loss of period is pregnancy. There's many other things after that. But probably the most common thing is something called hypothalamic pituitary axis dysfunction, which is just that the cycling, the neurological cycling mechanisms sort of don't work normally. And that, it can be stress, that can be medication, it can be, like in your case, perhaps athleticism. Doesn't necessarily mean anything, but you've seen people, they've reassured you. You've got to accept that reassurance. If you want to go further, go see an endocrinologist.
I got it.
All right,
I got the name.
What is it?
Isle of Man.
I don't want to watch it.
No?
No. I like it.
It's
It's catchy. It's catchy. It's very artistic. Very nice.
Artistic. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I like the Lord of the Guys better.
Lord of the Guys.
It's pretty solid.
Yeah, but this is a pretty serious show, and that just seems like your
Isle of Man just another. But Isle of Man just another. We need a one word that summarizes it.
How about their fantasy island and a picture of a bunch of pedophiles?
Again, I think I think you're missing the spirit of the whole thing.
Yeah,
This is
no
very
comedy.
serious,
No comedy.
Very serious show, but a very serious topic. Who's phone screen tonight? Brian?
Adam?
I'm doing it? Adam, I need some big jug calls on this screen. Too many chicks with too many problems with their vagina. I need some big jugs. I need some threesomes.
He was busy writing down Neverland Island.
All right. Well, less titles and more D cups. That's what I need out of Adam. Who's Adam?
Bouncy.
He's a
Phone screener? Yeah, buddy. Nikki.
Caller who goes by Nikki.
All right.
Wait.
Could be our phone line.
Yeah. Is she talking?
Well, I'm going to put Nikki on hold. No, we would have heard her by now.
Okay.
I'll put Nikki on hold and speak to John. John, you're 20?
Yeah.
What's up?
My girlfriend was getting me off the other day, and she said that the first thing that came out of me when I released was blood.
Nice.
And then semen, and then blood again.
And
then after, when I had to urinate, I felt like a sharp pain on the right side, on the inside of my penis. And so she said she was going a lot more aggressive on it than normal. So
what was she giving you? A hand job?
Yeah. Well, yeah, her hand jobs and blow jobs go hand in hand.
So to speak. It's unlikely that that had anything to do with it. Blood in the sperm, blood in the semen is a rather common thing. It does need to be checked out. There are other things that can cause it, like stones in the bladder infections, prostate infections, kidney stones. But for the most part, it is just something that comes and goes. You might have taken some aspirin or Motrin that day. That kind of triggers it.
Okay.
But again, check it out, but it rarely amounts to anything.
I don't like the hand twisting too much with the BJ.
Remember, was it from 311? Was he the one that was...
Yeah.
Remember? Nick was really into that. Remember? Were you here that day?
I don't know. That's all. This show's just turned into one big rock star BJ conversation. I don't even know where I am. I don't like the twisting like some, motorcycle grip. I don't like the twist. No, not for me. I'm just meaning like, in my porn.
Oh, you don't like seeing it?
It's weird, a weird twisty thing. I find it distracting.
You like watching the blowjob stuff?
I don't mind watching the BJ. I would like to actually have like a clinic for porn directors and explain to them what they need to focus on and what they need to back away from.
You have a
yeah, I have a nice forum here.
All
right. Well, any of you porn directors that are listening, I don't mind a little going down on a chick in my porn. A handful of it. I don't like too much. I think it sends a dangerous message. But I don't mind a little. Personally, I don't need it, but I don't mind a little bit. There's some directors there's more of that than the BJ stuff.
You like a lot of BJ.
Well, who's watching it?
Well, don't you like to see the women being stimulated? And if we've agreed many times, that's the primary means that you actually get some excitement for them.
I don't like the going down thing too much.
But that's the only way they're going to have actual stimulation.
I'm not so interested in the coked up young runaways having an orgasm on my dime.
I see. You're interested in them fantasizing of what they would look like on your.
Yeah. No, I don't even do that penis swap thing that a lot of guys do too.
What do you
it's
do?
a very hetero thing to do.
What do you do?
I just watch porn like I'm watching porn.
I see.
I don't do that. Hey, that's me and that's us and we're swapping and all that stuff. You know, it is funny though. Once in a while,
very funny.
And I'll tell you what's funny. What's funny is the beginning of the porn movies, especially the ones from like the 80s and mid 90s. They had those ones where they always wanted you to phone in. I don't know what happened to phone sex. Maybe it's gone the way of the dodo, or maybe I've outgrown it. I don't know anyone who calls it anymore. But there's those phone sex numbers,
right,
and it was all the same theme, which is chick talking on the phone. Ooh, I miss you. And then all of a sudden a penis would like come into frame and they like give the guy a BJ for a while. And then it's like, oh, I'm so hot. And then be like, I miss you. It's like, who's the guy you're blowing? That ain't me. Like, what? You're talking like you're my girlfriend and you're so hot for me and stuff. And some guy's dork waving around in your face. And you're on top of him. Like, what am I supposed to do with this information?
All right.
Am I supposed to call you up so you can blow another guy?
I can settle you down. We have a call coming up just for you.
Oh, big boobs.
All right? After the break.
Wait, we got to take a break. But
Yeah.
let me just say.
I'm still looking for people who have trouble with their sex life after having had a baby.
I'm saying this, Drew. I know you're no yardstick for which to measure porn.
No.
You're skewed. You have horrible ideas. Everything's a mess. You don't even like porn. It's not even worth talking to you about it.
Okay.
But please use your imagination.
Okay.
What percentage of guys, what do you think the split is between oral for men and oral for women in terms of what guys want to see when they're watching porn? Now,
see, I think the problem is that
you just answer. What do you think?
In terms of what they want to see, or if you're producing
your average porn watcher, male.
I think probably 70% want to watch the blowjob.
Right. So if there was something in there, you'd give 5 minutes to the BJ and a minute and a half to the
I don't think you can do that. I think you guys still go 50-50 because the guys that want to see the women getting stimulated want to see that. You can't cut that out.
Give them a minute of it.
No, you got to give adequate amount because you got to just fast forward your way through.
No. Who cares? No. All right, let's take a little break. Chris, you got any titles?
Yeah, I'm working on it, man.
That's a no. That's
all right. Just say you don't want to do it.
I got one more.
Okay, hang on to it. A.S. Anderson.
They've been good. The title's been good.
We could wrap it up. Some kid just called up, and I think he had the game winner. Pedophile.
Pedophile. Oh, that's
I'm angry.
good.
It's over now, right?
I'm angry. I'm angry, too. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. I'm also known as the Vicar of Christ. Carol, 18, huge boobs, even bigger nipples. That sounds good.
That's for you.
But also, something else. We have Adam, who's 25, is a porno producer. Adam?
How you doing, guys?
I'm just trying to stay on topic, and then we'll get to the big boobs. You have some theories about BJs. I say not enough BJing in my movies and too much of the oral sex on the women, which I don't need to see. And again, like I said, I think it sets a very dangerous example for the youth of America.
You're watching too much couples-friendly feature porn if you're getting too much oral on the girls. Because we actually have a series that's only BJs on guys. So it's, between 10 and 12 scenes of just that.
I know there's the special...
2-on-1.
I appreciate the specialty stuff, and it's not just the couples-oriented stuff. Historically, it's been like, all right, the girl gives the guy a BJ, that's how it starts, and then the guy reciprocates on the woman for 10 minutes, and then the sex begins.
Modern porn, there's very little reciprocation on the girls.
Oh, really?
Modern
The guys are becoming more and more disgusting and callous, I guess. I don't know.
All right.
Wow.
Well, that's good.
Or lonely.
Well, we just don't need...
I think our BJ line's pretty good. I'll definitely
All right.
have to send you a copy.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, please do. Also, another thing, I don't want to tell you how to run your business, but I don't need all the aggressive piercings and the tats and the chicks that look like basically like cats on heroin.
I'm completely with you there. I'm all about like the '80s looking girl, like Christy Canyon, Victoria Paris, way back in the day.
Yeah. Ooh, this guy knows his porn.
I sure do.
Student of the game. Yeah, get someone who's got some curves on them and doesn't look like they're going to take a bite out of you. Oh, and let me say this with that BJ thing. That weird long rope ladder of saliva, I don't know who decided that was exciting for the gents. I don't need to see the actual diseases being passed back and forth via the saliva. What's that weird BJ saliva string thing?
It's actually called, the industry terminology is stringers.
Yeah, I don't need any stringers.
Yeah, I think it's sort of nasty. It's really good for still photos, though, for the box cover. It tends to sell movies.
Yeah, no, I know it's all about moving products.
Boy.
The legitimate movie business is about putting asses in seats, and this is about putting dorks in hands. That's how I would open the convention. Gentlemen, let's not kid ourselves now. The porno industry is about putting dorks in hands. Let's go now.
Break it down.
Get a hand in now. All right. Stringer.
Oh, my God.
Drew, that's
What's happened to my
Stringer.
life?
What's going on?
What's happened to my life?
What happened? It's already happened. It's done.
Oh, my
You're
God.
on the backside of it. All right, let's take a little break. We'll come back. We'll speak to Karen with the Carol with the huge cans after this.
All right, guys, here's the deal. Looking to hook up? Call the Dateline. Sick of wasting time with the wrong person? Call the Dateline. One call's all you need to make. Call the Dateline.
1-877-889-DATE.
If you need help,
call LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191.
Hey, everybody, it's the LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Christopher Titus in here tomorrow night. Charlie O'Connell, Jerry O'Connell's brother, the new bachelor, in later on this week.
Jerry O'Connell's brother, really?
Yeah. Didn't know that?
Mm-mm.
They look exactly the same.
No, interesting.
They look, you know what's weird? Patrick Swayze has a brothers this way. They look more like them than they look like them. They look like caricatures of the person.
Interesting.
It's like
the way they're supposed to look in person.
No, it's just whatever their features are, they're more defined. So as if I was drawing a picture of you and I just, when you do a caricature,
you exaggerate
everything. That's what the person looks like.
Wow.
I mean, if you ever see Patrick Swayze's brother, he looks more like Patrick Swayze than Patrick Swayze does.
Wow.
Or a sort of evil version.
Oh, nice.
No, you know what it is? It's like if somebody took your picture and then they took a charcoal pencil and they just drew in all the lines, made everything a little more defined, and it would end up being you, but in a little sharper relief. That's what
sort
it
of
is.
like the Disneyland, the caricatures you get.
Yeah. Except for there was a real guy who was dopey.
Right.
All right. Speaking of that, Chris.
What's up?
Well, I'm telling you, I'm not going to pressure you for my pedophile island names, but I am going to tell you have a limited amount of time, so start thinking about it.
I am.
Okay.
Right.
Number 2, pull up a picture of Patrick Swayze's brother. I got to figure out what his name is.
All right.
Find the Swayzes. When you see Don Swayze.
Is it?
Yeah. When you see Don Swayze, you say that's more Patrick Swayze than Patrick.
Wow.
Carol?
yeah,
You're 18?
uh-huh.
How big are your boobs?
They're double D's.
Double D. How big's the rest of you?
I am 135.5. I'm not really small, but
Should I do the radio math, or are we cool?
We're cool.
All right. And what's the deal with the big nipples?
I don't know. Like, I have really big nipples, and whenever my friends see them, they like freak out. But guys have never said anything about it. I just feel like weird. Like, my nipples are just huge, you know?
Is it the areola part that's big or the nipple part?
Like, whole nipple. Like, they look at it and they're like it's a sausage or something. You know, like around.
See, you want this show. This show's in a nutshell.
She gave you a little bit. She gave you a little bit. A sausage. You're not talking about the areola.
I tried to give her a choice, though. Is it this part or that part?
Well, it's
the
both.
whole thing.
It's both.
Nipples protrude.
Yeah.
Now, a sausage, she means like a piece of bologna or salami?
No, she means that there's this...
The sausage.
It's coming out, and then a large area around.
Okay.
A like cocktail weenie.
Is that what you mean, Carol?
Yeah, I'm just like trying to show you like the size idea, like the roundness of it, like how it goes all the way around, like the size.
Of the actual part that sticks out.
Yeah, well, no, it doesn't even really stick out. It's just the color. It's like half my boob, like the nipple. You know how it's a little bit darker? That's like half the boob. And
See, that's the areola, Carol.
Drew, do you ever get tired of being wrong?
I know.
Do you ever get tired of misinterpreting what people... I knew she meant like a piece of salami or bologna. Is that what you meant?
Yeah, the size, yeah. I think we're talking about the same thing here.
Okay, listen. About 20 minutes ago, I said nipple itself or the areola because I have to give them two different names so that we can define them.
Nipple itself.
Do you know the difference? Do you understand the difference?
Yeah, I do. The areola is a little thing in the middle, right?
No.
Wow. So it's actually the opposite.
Yeah, it's the opposite.
Okay. Well, then the opposite. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. So anyway, the areola. Okay, let's just put it this way. Let's just put it this way. If this was a piece of salami,
a sliced salami, not a tube of salami,
not a sausage,
not a salami.
Let's just call it a piece of pepperoni.
Yeah, pepperoni.
Piece of pepperoni. The pepperoni would be the areola, and the green olive sitting in the middle of it would be the nipple. Okay? All right. Now, your pepperoni is big.
Yes.
We can't hear her.
Now the phone's dropped.
I said yeah.
Yes, okay.
Pepperoni's big, and your olive is big.
No, it's not. That's normal size. It's just regular.
All right. Drew, always wrong.
How did you know that? She said she started with sausage.
I know what
Somebody said sausage. She didn't say salami. She said bologna. She didn't say sandwich meat. She said sausage.
But let me say this, Drew. In every answer, there's a feeling or an intent of what. Look, here's what I'm saying. Okay, please, let's try to figure this out.
Yeah.
But difference between you and me. Talking to people on this show is a lot like just talking to an animal.
Absolutely.
It really, you have to sort of look at the way its tail's wagging or its look. It's really, the actual verbal communication part is out the window. You have I have a gift for understanding what people are trying to say, and
you speak retard.
You have a deficit in it.
But I see, my problem is I take what they say and I formulate something out of that. You see what I'm saying? I form something out of it. I make sense of it rather than staying with the retardedness. You know what I'm saying? I mean, salami, sausage to me becomes something long and protruding.
Yeah.
So I'm immediately going to that part of the anatomy.
But here's the thing. When we have this happen almost every day, either on the show and off the show as well. Because talking to Lauren and Chris in the hall is no picnic either sometimes. I don't mean that in a bad way, but you have to do the same thing. I have to get a dry erase board to figure out. Lauren just draws pictures of the next guest, and we try to figure out who it is. Yeah. But, okay. People mean something when they're saying something.
That. I understand that.
And you, who are more robot than man, don't pick the meaning up. You actually listen for the words, and those will confuse you many times.
That means you have to anticipate the meaning.
Yes.
I can't do that.
You don't have to anticipate the meaning. You have to feel what they're trying to convey. And if you just go the words, it'll be confusing. The words actually screw you up.
Is there any way you can play back what she said about her sausage? I'm dying to know what the feeling was.
I felt it.
It'd be rough.
It'd be rough.
Right.
Carol?
Yeah.
It's great radio. Carol? All right. Yeah. So how big...
half her breast, instead of a double B.
If I measured from one side to the other, what would it be? 4 inches, 5? I just went straight across and over the olive.
Probably about 4 inches.
About 4 inches. So it's a lot of nipplage there.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the deal.
She wants to know if that's attractive for men.
Some guys are into it. Some guys aren't into it. Most guys, neither here nor there. The reality is anything beyond the spectrum of normal sometimes freaks guys out a little bit, but just a little bit. And I'm into it personally.
So most smaller, or because they can do that.
You want to shave them down?
Yeah, like the plastic surgery to make your nipples smaller. Like, I don't know if I should do that or not.
What do they do? Pull them off and throw them on a lathe or something?
They probably just shave around and pull off pieces.
No, don't do that. No. You're fine. You have
I really like them, but people think they're weird. So
she likes them.
Do you have a boy?
Excellent.
Do you have a boyfriend?
Not right this second, no.
All right. Well, you'll find one with those big double Ds. What are you doing now? You're in high school? You're going to college?
I'm not doing it. I'm just working right now. So.
Where are you working?
I work at the Spectrum at a kiosk.
The Spectrum.
Oh, okay.
Spectrum in Irvine.
In Irvine. All right. What do they do there? Is it a mall or?
It's like an outdoor mall movie theater. I sell shoes.
Oh, okay. At a kiosk. Shoes. All right. Well, listen.
Got to move up to Fashion Island.
Yeah, and those big jugs are going to help sales. Don't worry about it. And look, here's the thing about the nipplage for guys. Guys aren't nearly as picky about boob stuff. Let me just say this. Ladies, guys don't notice the asymmetry, meaning we don't notice when one's bigger and the other one's smaller, or we notice and we don't care. The innie and the outie nipple, not such a big issue for guys. The larger areola versus the smaller one, not a big issue. There's not big issues with the breasts. We like breasts and we sort of leave it at that. We have the same issues with breasts that dogs have with leftovers. Just whatever you got, throw it down. I'm going to make short work of it. Bouncy. For the most part.
Are you speaking for yourself too, even you with such exquisite sensibilities about the breast?
I have my preferences like all men do, but I think we're all willing to make exceptions, and there's many factors that go into deciding who gets a boner.
Now, pray tell, what are those factors? What do you mean? Who gives you a boner?
Yeah.
What are the factors? You mean as it pertains to the breast?
No. I mean,
no, of course there are.
I'm talking about overall.
Overall, but you're talking about because women obsess about their breasts a lot. We're actually giving them a service.
And I'm trying to tell them that even guys who love the big cans like myself,
but I'm saying
don't have a hard, fast set of rules.
Are there any sort of basic rules that sort of any deal breaking kinds of things?
No.
Nothing.
Maybe if they got attacked by a grizzly bear and it took both of them off.
Yeah.
And there was nothing but just that paw mark.
Nice.
Going across. Still bloody.
Mm.
But, then...
Some guy would be into that.
There's a lot of guys that are into that. I'm just saying, you women obsess on your breasts, you get surgery, you make a big deal out of everything. It's just not that big a deal.
Yeah.
It just really isn't. Yeah?
Yeah.
Drew's an ass man, anyway. And let me tell you something about ass men. Passionate. That's a passionate man. It's a passionate man there. The ass man.
What that is?
I know a few of them. And it just means they're more passionate. They just there's the boobs and all that. Just it's so much wrapping around the gift that they're trying to get to.
No.
Yeah, tear right through it like a kid.
I think you misread me a little bit.
No, I know. Drew likes a decent rack and he likes an attractive woman too. But and look, all this stuff, everyone does this all the time. Oh, you like boobs, so you don't care if she was just burned by acid on her face or she ran over by a truck. No. I like a nice face. Don't get me wrong. I just like the boobs. Drew's a man of passion, but we also realize he's a rack man as well. I'm just saying the focus. You end up focusing on a certain area at a certain point. Here, your brass tacks or ass taxes, I should say. Missy?
Yes. Hi, guys.
24?
Yes.
What's up?
Well, I'm really frustrated. I went from having sex with my husband probably 3 times a day to only having sex with him like 1 time a week. And I dread that one day. I mean, I don't enjoy sex anymore.
Yeah.
And I think it's because, it all happened after I had my daughter, but that was 16 months ago, and I still haven't gotten it back.
Did you have a postpartum depression?
I did, actually.
Are you on antidepressant medicine?
No, I was for, I'd like to say 4 months. and then I was fine. I mean, I've been fine. I've been depressed at all, but...
All right. So initially the depression might have shut you down sexually, then the medication might have shut you down.
Right.
And sometimes people have... What medicine were you on?
A few different ones, and the last one was a Fexer.
Sometimes people get some stuff for a few months afterwards, too, with the shutdown in the sexuality. But moreover, I'm interested in this dread that you have. Because the 3 time a day to dreading once a week does, has the ring of a trauma history. That bipolar quality. If you'd said, well, we were 3 times a week and now we're down to once a week and I don't like it, but it's 3 times a day and now I dread it, suggests that there's some energy about sexuality.
Well, it's just like every time he
didn't answer that question though.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. You know what the recurring theme on this show is you ask the question and they just repeat
what they just
Well, they don't repeat the question. They tell you what it feels like.
Yeah.
First they go, we used to have sex 3 times a day, and now we only have sex once a week. And then you go, is there any history of abuse, sexual or physical? And they go, it used to be that we used to want to do it 3 times a day, and now I just want to do it once a week.
I think that some of that is they can't believe that we actually can appreciate what they're telling us. They've got to let it make us feel it.
Yeah.
Well, we do appreciate. We understand what you're saying.
All right.
She's on 6.
Oh, she's on line 6. That's right. All right. Let's see. Missy, any abuse in the past?
No, not as a child. No, my dad wasn't around. I don't know if that's considered trauma.
Why did he leave?
My parents got divorced when I was 3.
Why did he leave?
He broke his abusing arm and
right.
had to move on.
I'm not sure when my parents split up. I guess I just didn't get along.
Drew, I have to keep explaining this to you, too, though. You assume people know. They don't.
I'm just saying. Very often they do, and they just, remember our last caller? She was like, he sexually abused me. That's why my mom got rid of him.
Well,
like, how about telling us that?
Well, she told you that.
Yeah, well, Miss, you might talk to your mom about that history and what went on there. It might have been something heavier than you know.
Well, do you have any contact with your father?
Yeah, we used to, my brother and I went out to see him every summer, and I still got to see him like once a year.
Is he in Florida?
He is in Florida.
Oh.
I tell you, I would put a fence up around that place when I'm in charge. I would just put an electric fence around it, and it's like
you don't have to go around, just across.
Across.
It's all set up.
Cut them off. Cut them off. I would let leaflets go from an airplane saying, "Sorry, old Jews, but you're going down."
Well, just give them a boat. They can get off.
No, I'm sorry. There's too much chance for stowaways.
Right.
And then they could repopulate.
Yeah, you're right.
Floridians, get on a boat and they'd be like a cockroach going across from Central America or something. They come and pollute our country. Yeah. By the way, here's how you know how bad all these other countries are and how good this one is. Whenever there's a crappy insect over here, it's always from another. It's Africanized bee. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's one of those cockroaches from South America, Central America. These things come on. We don't seem to have any good insects. All the nasty ones seem to come from somewhere else. What is that, Drew? Even our insects are good.
The big rat. What's the one down in Louisiana?
The Nutria. Yeah, that came from somewhere, too. Everything that's bad here got brought over. All right, listen. What happened to you as far as the abuse goes as an adult?
Oh, my husband and I, we got in a lot of fights when we were first married. It just didn't start off right. He wasn't really abusive towards me. We fought a lot, and he'd grab my wrist or whatever. But
man.
All right, so there's a lot of things going on here. There's potentially the hormonal changes post-pregnancy. Are you on the birth control pill?
No, I have the IUD.
All right, so sometimes going on hormones helps restart things, A. B, we have the mood problem and the possibility of some residual effect from the mood medication. We've got an interpersonal problem, a relationship that's sort of tumultuous and chaotic, and you're fighting a lot. There may be some residual, God knows what feelings you have about that. There's the abandoning dad and the possibility of some real... I suspect you saw something horrible growing up.
Yeah.
That'd be my bet.
Yeah. Could have been. Yeah. Maybe not, though.
Maybe not.
She's not divorced.
Listen,
her husband's not beating her.
Yeah,
Dad's
close,
split at 3.
Getting close.
Yeah, He grabs her wrist. She probably gets out of control, by the way.
Well, all that
He's
is
grabbing her wrist. I don't know.
All that sounds, sort of borderline or something.
Yeah.
Like that other
And then
call.
she stays in contact with, although the dad moved to Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ. Really, we got to do away from the place. Nina? Or Nana? Or
Yes.
What is it? Is it
Nina?
Nana.
Nana.
Do we need a Nina and a Nana? Do we? I'm going to thin that. Okay. When I'm in charge, first order of business. All right, first order of business, put the fence across Florida.
Okay. Good times.
And
second, you were gonna knock out a few neighbors.
I was going to do a sort of Dunkirk type rescue thing with the old Jews, like you were saying for a second. I just realized, I'm just going to flood the state.
Okay.
I'm going to flood it.
All right.
Not sure how I'm going to do that, but just flood it.
All right.
Drown all the pedophiles. It'll be fine. And hopefully Jimmy Buffett. Unless he can float on a guitar, or maybe his flip-flops offer him some buoyancy.
I know.
All right. Flood. And then the second thing I do is I start streamlining the names. No Andreas, Andreas,
in the country.
Andreas. Yeah. No Ninas.
It's gonna be like Ellis Island. People come in, they go, "Your name now, Nana. Your name's now Nina." That's it, pal.
That's it. And they, we spell it.
Amy?
No.
A-M-Y.
That's how we spell it. Yeah. No. Oh, you spell it A-M-I? Sorry, sweetie. Or you can leave. All right.
No, it's A-I-M-E-E.
Yeah. Right. No, that's right. That's right. All right, Nina, go ahead.
I am addicted to sex. I think about it a lot. And
by the way, all the Ninas got to be called Nana now because you're addicted to sex. I like that. Yeah.
It sucks. It like overpowers my brain. Like I can't stop thinking about it, and sometimes it just pisses me off. I get like irritated because I think about it so much.
Now, who are you having sex with?
Currently nothing right now. I just had a daughter 2 months ago.
Oh boy.
And yeah, it kind of got me into some troubles because I'm having a problem trying to figure out who the dad is now.
Oh my God.
Sure.
Have you always been this way?
No, I mean I knew I was going to like it a lot when I was 15 because I noticed myself, like, being really horny and stuff. I never masturbated or anything like that, but, I just knew that I should just wait as long as possible, and I lost it when I was 19.
Okay.
Well, wait a minute.
We got to put this all together here.
You start getting these feelings at 15 and you sat on it for 4 years?
Yeah, well, because I knew I'd be addicted, and, like, I was raised Christian, so it was, like, really important to me to, like, wait till I was, like, in a real good relationship or at least married.
Yeah.
So I felt like if I set my standards higher, I would wait longer than being like, okay, I'll do it,
So which was it? Was it a marriage or a stable relationship or neither?
It was a very stable relationship. I actually met him at church, and we were dating. We were together for like 8 months before I actually lost it to him, and we were together for 2.5 years after that. And
how many partners you had since then?
A lot. Like, I'm like 15 or 16 after that.
In 4 years.
All right.
Yeah.
That's good. It's a good clip. But chicks can do, they want to do something, they do it.
Yeah.
I mean, here's what it is. If they want. Okay, here's what it is. You ready, Drew?
I'm ready.
You got all the money in your wallet that you need. You could go to a liquor store and clear out the hostess aisle, get yourself a few Twinkies and some pies. You could do it every night. Every night on the way home, you'd be happy, too.
Right.
But you're not going to do it.
Right.
But it's not about the money. You got the money.
And the drive.
And
I want those ho-hos.
And the drive, but you've contained yourself.
Right. I've got. I know the consequences.
Now, women can contain themselves sexually.
Yeah.
They have all the money. The liquor store's open 24 hours. They just don't go in.
And their drive isn't that insane.
That's what. Yeah, that too. But I'm saying, I always think about the difference because for a guy. See, you can't do this as a 16, 17-year-old guy. You can't just run amok this way. No. And as a 16, 17-year-old guy, if I gave you all the money you wanted, you just run right to the liquor store and go nuts, right?
Yeah.
You can't contain that.
No, most guys, no.
The way the universe works is you get the money when you learn to contain it.
Thankfully.
Yeah. Or you got Corey Feldman.
Right.
You know what I mean? This is the problem with child stars. They're 16.
Right.
They go rape the liquor store, go get on the drugs, go get on the chicks, do whatever. Right. Women are sort of the gatekeepers sexually, and it's just weird that Nana had this power, realized she could use it, but just sat on it for like 5 years. And then, but once she decided to use it for evil, pow, it's game on. I'll be with as many guys as I want.
But imagine if you had the evil power and you were 20, and by 23, the numbers you would have racked up. Not have been 14.
Oh, no. Would have been
114.
1,400.
Yeah.
Nana?
Yes.
All right. So now you're pregnant. You don't even know who did it to you?
Well, I had her 2 months ago. I've done 2 DNA tests, and they're both not the father, and I'm on my 3rd prospective father, and if he's not the dad, there's no one else, because it was only 3 in that 1 month.
Well, then you got to go to the dentist. It's always 3 and then the dentist. That's how it works. You go last 3 guys, and then the dentist.
Well,
There's always the immaculate route.
Oh, yeah, sure. You're a religious person, right?
yeah.
No, Immaculate Conception.
No, it's
why not?
really like stressed me out though, because it's really important for me to know who the father is, and like, well, I had 3 in March, or well, I had 2 in April, and then 1 in the very end of May, and the one.
Why don't you? Well, you have the IUD now, right? No, wait, that wasn't you.
No.
Are you using? Why didn't you use any kind of birth control?
Well, I was switching off the pill to get onto the shot, and I've been told by people that once you get off, that sometimes it stays in your system really long, and so you don't have to worry about it.
But the pill or the shot?
Off the pill.
What are you talking about? You miss 1 day, you're done.
I know. I figured that out the hard way.
You take your shot immediately if you don't miss a day.
Well,
Hey, everyone, don't talk to your friends. They're all
my insurance
idiots.
company was like dicking me around as far as like giving me the okay to get the shot.
Well, but that's irrelevant. You
Stay
need
on
to
the
stay
pill.
on the pill then, but then or not have sex. But here's the deal: is there bipolar illness in your family?
No.
Manic depression.
My older sister has depression and anxiety, but
Not manic depression.
no.
Okay, so that you don't feel like you're getting manic, and that's part of the sexual stuff.
No, not at all.
Okay, hang on. And have you ever been sexually abused?
No.
And is there anything else about you we should know in terms of your history or?
No.
Okay, all right. So
You're wound up.
Yeah.
I don't very.
You need You need a stable
All right,
partner,
just
really.
Get a nice Latin boyfriend and go to town.
Well, is there anything I can do as far as like just trying not to think about it as much?
Well, if you go on, are you on the shot now?
No, I'm not on any kind of birth control because I'm breastfeeding.
All right. When you get on it, the shot will probably shut you down. That's something that'll drive it down a little bit.
The other thing everyone can do is get really busy too. I know it's hard. You have your hands full.
Channel that energy.
But don't even think of it. Here's the thing: when you have a full schedule, you really don't sit around and do as much obsessing as you do without it. Now, if you have a serious addiction, that's a different situation.
Right.
But if you're just sort of, how do I stop thinking about this?
This is how Adam manages his masturbatory rituals. You're busy. You're not doing that all the time.
No, I do it on the move.
But you're not doing it all day like you were before. You don't spend so much time, waste so much time.
Well, now I'm on a treadmill talking on the cell phone and beating off.
That's it. But again, less, but more focused.
Yeah, I'm yelling at my agent. I'm running on a treadmill, and I'm dictating, and I'm beating off.
And you say, "Oh, baby doll."
Yeah,
you're talking to your agent.
Yeah,
it's perfect.
Yeah, baby doll.
Hey, I'm still looking for people that are like our last caller a couple calls ago, where people are having difficulty with their sex drive and their sexual relationship after babies, after pregnancy.
All right, let's take a look at Don Swayze.
Here he is. Okay.
All right, we'll take a quick break. Be right back after this.
Hello? Who's this?
This is LoveLine.
1-800-LOVE-191. LoveLine will be right back.
There, buddy. It's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Let's talk to Leslie.
We haven't talked about Leslie in a long time.
No. And then I don't know if it's Leslie or Leslie.
It's Leslie.
Leslie.
All right. There's some people say Leslie.
Leslie Uggams.
Yeah, that's right. Remember her?
It's Leslie.
Yeah, all our listeners remember her.
Somebody I was a snack. Well, hang on a second.
Hi, Leslie.
Hey, Leslie, I was at a snack bar today, and some guy goes, "Hey, make a cheeseburger," and the guy goes, "Hey, cheeseburger." And I thought, okay, nobody here knows what you're talking about.
No.
Everyone there was under 35, and I thought, yep. No, and he was smiling and all beaming that he'd made a joke.
Funny.
Thought he was so funny. I thought, not a person knows what the hell. Leslie, you ever heard the Chris? You ever heard that?
Heard what?
Joke. No Coke, Pepsi.
I just like the know what. He is wearing his headphones, everybody.
I know, but like...
Chee-boogie, chee-boogie, chee-boogie.
You know what he hears in his headphones?
No.
A, B, C, D, kill Adam. E, F, G, kill Adam. H,
Yeah, I'm working on a task right here. So.
All right. You got the headphones on, though. All right, anyway. You never heard the cheeseburger?
No, is that from, like...
Saturday Night Live.
TV?
Long time ago, yeah. Long time ago. It was John Belushi.
Heard John Belushi?
Of course, man.
All right, buddy.
Yeah.
House of Blues.
All right. Go ahead there, Leslie. Go ahead.
House of Blues.
Well,
He means
hi,
Blues
Adam.
Brothers. Yes.
Well, hi, Adam, and hi, Dr. Drew. This is kind of a question for Dr. Drew. Quick summary, I lost my virginity when I was 21. Started dating this guy, did it for a long time, completely stopped, and went cold turkey for about 2 years, and just started up a new relationship, started having sex and everything, but it's kind of like not cutting it for me, and it seems like it's probably me. I just want to know if there's kind of repercussions of just like getting off the pill, then starting all over again. And
Slow down now. Slow down.
I'm like Chris now.
I'm fascinated the way you express yourself. It's not cutting it. What do you mean?
Well, I mean the fact that I'm not being turned on, and he does.
Hold on, slow up, one thing at a time. So you're not aroused?
Well, I start and I'm into it when we first start having sex, and right in the middle of it I start thinking, why the hell did I start this?
And so do you normally have orgasm with intercourse?
Yes, I did, but it's just I've been dating.
Slow down. Normally you did, but now you don't.
Now I don't. I have.
Okay.
I've had it with him like once or twice, and it was.
All right. Here's my sense.
Wow.
Adam, you correct me if I'm wrong on this.
Mm-hmm.
Not into this guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you. Although there's that part where you lost your virginity at 21, which is a little suspicious. Why so late?
Well, I kind of brought up in a Catholic atmosphere and Catholic schoolgirl, then focused on school, and it got to the point where I didn't want anything to interfere with me completing my goals.
She's
so
fine.
I figured.
All right.
You're fine.
What did you graduate college?
Yeah, I actually did 2 bachelors, and I'm starting up law school.
Oh,
nice.
Fantastic.
Well done.
Yeah, we need more attorneys. All right, well, you're speaking to the Vicar of Christ. If you have any questions regarding the Catholic Church, we'll be willing to answer them.
Okay.
No? Yeah, nothing?
No, not really. I just figured, could it be something wrong with me? I figured I might be frigid or something.
No. Now let's talk about medication.
You need your boat. You need your world rocked
by this guy. Yeah. Are you a guy? Yeah. Are you on medication now?
No, just birth control, and even that I have to be on the pill because I'm allergic to condoms.
And what pill are you on? Which pill?
I'm on ortho-tricycline.
Okay, some women now the tricyclic pills can go one way or another. Some women get more sexually aroused with the pill. Some get kind of shut down. So you might want to talk to your doctor about getting on a standard monophasic pill. That might help. Were you on this pill back in the day when you were with the other boyfriend?
Yes.
Same pill.
Yes, same pill and different reaction.
All right. So, and is this guy doing something wrong?
Well, I do get aroused, and I...
No. Is he doing something different or wrong?
No, she knows.
Well, it's too predictable. And I do, and he does it for like 5 seconds, and then he stops. And I'm like, dude, I'm just giving you instructions here. I'm telling you how it will work for me.
That's good. That's all good. If he doesn't respond to it, it's the guy. The guy's the problem.
Does he give you good oral sex?
Yes.
Oh, he does?
She's not into that, though.
You're not into it?
I am, but I really, really am. And as a thank you, I reciprocate. But the thing is like once we start...
It was like somebody in like a clown suit talking to kids.
We reciprocate.
And what do we... boys and girls, what do we do when we really get a great job done on our groin? Yeah, Tommy, yes, we reciprocate. That's right. That means blow them back. Fantastic. Now, everyone jump into that big box of balls.
The word of the day is reciprocate.
She reciprocates.
Yell real loud.
Yeah.
Hello.
All right, there. All right. So you reciprocate.
Yeah.
All right.
But once we actually start having sex, it's kind of like it gets so mechanical that it's like do something interesting.
All right. Well,
see what you can get him to do. If he's not responsive, it may not be working it for you.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure.
Yeah.
There's a saw called a reciprocating saw.
Nice. Is that two?
It's just one. Just goes in and comes back. It's like a bayonet saw.
Nice.
Sawzall.
Sawzall?
Yeah, called a Sawzall. That's the company, and that's like Kleenex versus tissue. You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
Hold on. Chris.
Yeah.
What do you got over there, buddy, with my, it's about an hour and 20 minutes ago, I wanted a title for my Pedophile Island.
By the way, I know what a Sawzall is.
Movie. You do?
Yes.
Well done.
Wow.
Yeah.
How do you know?
Oh, my cousin's
Turn up your mic, Chris.
Wow.
Turn up the guest mic.
Sorry, man.
Yeah.
Did that go on the air, Anderson, what you just said?
Yeah, that one did.
Good.
Right.
We like it when it goes on the air so other people understand what
It's
we're
always funny.
responding to.
Yeah.
I just try to keep it
what a
professional. Sorry, Big D.
Yeah.
You know what
Turn the mic.
You know what a Sawzall is?
Yes.
All right. All right. Now, what are the other names for my Pedophile Island TV show I was working on?
So far, I got 4.
You got 4.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
total.
good. All right, go ahead.
All right,
now, let me say this, too. I want you to sell them. I don't want you to...
4 going to give him a passing grade?
I'm going to give them... I'll let you do it. Give me 4. But I don't want you to stumble through them, and I don't want you to sort of shuffle them under the carpet. I want you to sell... Each one is better than the next. All right, buddy?
Right.
Your time to shine. You ready?
Okay.
Number 1.
Maybe I should stand then.
Stand then, please.
Yes. All right.
Number 1.
Coming in at 1 is Lord of the Pedophiles. You've heard that one.
Lord, okay. Let me digest it. Lord of the Pedophiles. Not bad.
Good.
Or Pedophile Isle.
And number 2 is Michael's Playhouse.
Mm-hmm. Like Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
As
opposed to Pee-wee's
not bad.
Playhouse.
All right, not bad. Not bad.
Number 3 is Isle of Child.
Ooh, I like that one.
Isle of Child.
That's one of my favorites so far.
Yeah, that's top 5 easily. Isle of Child. Write that down.
I did.
Yeah, I'm taking partial credit for my Isle of Man.
Yeah. Well, this rings better than that.
It is.
Yeah.
I know, but he took mine and ran with it. All right, go ahead.
I might go on yours again this time. It's a special Survivor edition of Pedophile Island, and the host would not be Jeff Probst, but it'll be Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
And if the children don't survive, if they get, they'll come on LoveLine, and we'll interview them.
That's all very good and elaborate. Has really nothing to do with the assignment I gave you, but it's still I give you
thinking.
You burned some calories there. Again, it's a serious show.
Isle of Child is my top 2.
Isle of Child.
Yeah.
Right, did you write that down?
I did. Nice.
I need one more before the night's through.
All right.
And no Michael Jackson stuff.
Right.
No Gymboree stuff. I need a
serious show.
I need a serious show. Right. Isle of Child, not bad. Rob?
Yeah.
You're 21?
Yep.
What's up?
Hi, Dr. Drew. Hi, Adam. How you guys doing?
Good. What's going on there, Rob?
Actually, I have a question. This about 4 days ago, I masturbate, but I did it twice, and then after that, about half an hour later, I went and take a pee, and after I pee, I flex my penis, and just to let the fluid drip out, whatever.
Flex it or flick it?
I think you flex it.
Pod, Bob. Maybe that's the problem here, buddy.
Well, I mean, I don't know how to say it. Just the drip, just to let all the fluid drip out.
Sure.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden I feel this really sharp pain above my testicle, left testicle above it, and it feels like somebody kicked me right in the balls. And I don't know how to describe it. It's pretty painful, but it goes away.
Is pretty good. Yeah.
It goes away after about 5 seconds later.
5 seconds, very quick. Well, there's a lot of different things that can cause these kinds of pains, including what's called a torsion of the testes, where it twists on itself and kind of cuts the blood supply off temporarily. So that usually it doesn't go away so fast. It come on so fast, go away so fast. Epididymitis, inflammation in that area, whether it's at the cord or the epididymis, can cause that sort of thing. Sometimes just spasm of the musculature around the bladder neck can cause funny symptoms. But it probably most commonly would be epididymitis. So this is something you ought to talk to a urologist about.
Oh, I mean, it's a once in a while thing, though.
Yeah, he's going to talk me out of it now.
All right.
Hey, I said see the urologist, Rob. That's what I'm saying.
Rob, what's going on? What's going on with you? You smoke a lot of weed?
Oh, yes. A lot of weed.
Well, I remember you were saying, if you don't say it like you do it once in a while, so might as well say yes. Yeah.
We can hear it. We
know you smoke a lot of weed.
Yeah.
What else? Junior college? Bad job? What's going on?
No, actually, don't have a job anymore because I couldn't keep up with schoolwork. But I'm going
That's the pot.
What school?
Actually,
what school are you
to be
going
honest
to?
with you, I really BSU, Boise State.
All right.
I'll be honest with you, I really don't smoke that much. I smoke like maybe once or twice a week. That's
all right.
Put it down on the calendar. I think you'll be up around 4 or 5 times.
Well, our listeners think it's a 3-day
week. Listen to that laugh. Well, you're high tonight is the thing.
Yeah.
You're smoking tonight.
High as a cat.
Yeah.
Come on, buddy. I know it's the weekend technically, but tomorrow is a school day.
Yeah, it is a school day. I got class. But
Go Badgers.
Yeah, I just want to say I really appreciate what you guys are doing. You know, I mean, you guys are helping a lot of young people with a lot of screwballs, like you said, Adam.
Thanks, Rob.
A lot of team needs help.
Thank you, brother.
I'm a fan of the show. Yeah.
All right. I hear your bong calling, by the way. The siren song of the bong. Good name for something, too. The siren song of the bong. Just
That's a show
calling
I'd
to
watch.
me. Yeah. Siren song of the bong.
Bong sirens.
No,
siren song, yeah.
Siren song of the bong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's take ourselves, who is in Boise? Wisconsin's are Badgers. Boise, Idaho. What's the name of the team there? Boise State. What's the name of the team?
Your mascot. Rob?
Our team is the Broncos.
The Broncos. Oh, I'm at the wrong Boise. What's the Boise State team name?
That's him.
Boise State Broncos.
Oh, well then what's the...
University of Idaho?
No, maybe you're right.
You guys should know about this. I mean, we were undefeated last year. I mean, well, we lost the last...
All right. Get back to the ball. Boy. I forgot the name of the Bronco team. All right. Let's take a little break. We're going to talk to Rob, who just got back from Iraq, after this.
If you need help, call LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191.
Yeah. Ready?
Yeah. Ready? Yeah. This is our song. All right, let's talk to Rob, who's 21. He just got back from Iraq, or as I like to call it, Iraq. Rob?
Yeah?
What do they call it over there, Iraq or Iraq?
Iraq.
Iraq.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, is that different? Is that a third one?
No, Iraq.
Right. But there's Iraq, and then there's Iraq, and then there's Iraq.
Well, I think Iraq is a car, but the news calls it Iraq.
Right.
But all the soldiers call it Iraq, and everyone I've ever known who has been calls it Iraq.
Yeah. Good.
How'd it go over there?
Newsers.
How'd it go?
Yeah.
I had a good time.
Yeah. I told you. Told you you'd enjoy. What did you do over there?
A lot of menial Army duties, and then for about 4 months we had some special equipment that we swept the roads for IEDs, making it safer for troops and civilians.
Did you say IUDs?
No, IEDs, improvised explosive devices.
Ah. Yeah, just booby traps, essentially.
Yeah, mortars hooked up to garage door openers, cell phones. They're pretty creative.
Really? And so what did you find? Is that the kind of stuff you found?
Yeah, we found a lot. We'd run a road every day, and generally the Iraqis will they'll scout out an area one day and rig it the next day and blow it the next day. So if you ran it every day, you generally kept the road pretty clear.
So they would, if I'm not mistaken, make this booby trap that would be set off via cell phone or garage door opener, and they would be hiding somewhere in the vicinity, right?
Right.
And especially if you're going to do a garage door opener. I mean, you got to be. Mine won't work unless I'm inside of the garage.
Right.
I can't actually be just in front of it.
I can actually have the front of my car through.
Drew actually has to ram his garage.
Yes. If I get through
put the shape of his car into the front of the garage,
and then he underneath and inside. No, yeah.
And sweeping it. Now, what does that involve? That sounds like a horrible detail.
Well, it wasn't manual. We weren't walking around the ground. We had
right.
It was kind of strange. We had some equipment from South Africa. I guess during apartheid they couldn't import technology, so they made their own in dealing with minefields, and we bought it during Kosovo, and then we discontinued it and brought it back up in Iraq when IEDs became a problem.
So. And what does it do? How does it work?
It's a couple vehicles. One of them has a boom that comes out and sweeps the ground and picks up, pieces of metal, and another boom in the back that paints it on the ground, and another vehicle behind it, really heavily fortified vehicle, has a big hydraulic arm that'll go down and dig it up. And if it's what we think it is, then we'll call explosive disposal out, and they'll take care of it.
Ah, I see. So the one is a metal detector.
Right.
And then the other paints what they find.
Yeah, they mark it, essentially, and then the thing behind it digs it up. You should just get some old beachcomber guys, in the sandals with the black socks.
They'd love it. They'd love this.
They're finding treasure. I love those commercials, by the way, where they have those ones with the metal detectors. The guy's wife likes me. I'm getting some exercise now. I'm on the beach, and she loves the jewelry. It's like, yeah, if I brought my old lady a ring that fell off of somebody, oh, sweetie, forget about spending money on an engagement ring. This is wonderful. Some poor person lost this. It was in their family for 200 years. They lost it at the beach, but now I have it. Awesome. You're getting a BJ right away. All right, anyway, Rob, now you're back.
Now I'm back.
Anything happen? What was the most exciting thing that happened to you or frightening thing that happened to you while you're in Iraq?
I had a couple really, really close calls on my part as far as decision making, because the war's over and there's a lot of really technical rules of engagement, and there's been a few times where I shouldn't morally have taken somebody's life, but there's a lot of it gets complicated as far as what you want to. There's times where kids will be throwing you're throwing stuff at your
right.
Throwing stuff at your vehicles, rocks, or playing with toy guns and aiming them, and you don't know if they're toy guns. You don't know if you should fire at them to scare them off.
Let me tell you something. A guy chucking not that you don't have gear on, but a guy chucking a rock from 75 feet away, size of an orange, and hitting you, about as good as getting shot with a .22.
Yeah.
I mean, if someone's throwing a rock at me, I'm shooting them.
Not if it's a grenade, though.
No, you're missing my point. Rock or grenade. Rock, good enough. Good enough for me to shoot him.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, rock. I mean, it will hurt you.
So we have one more minute. What's Rob's question?
I don't care. I'm not done talking about what damage rocks can do.
Rob, go ahead. What's the question?
Okay, well, I met this girl through an Army buddy when I got out, and we moved to Oregon and had a whole life going. She had lived in Indiana with her folks for 20 years and really had been coddled in a lot of ways. Never had to live on her own. And I've been on my own since I was 16. And she had an abortion at one point and told me she couldn't get pregnant. Well, she got pregnant, and we've been having a lot of fights, a lot of insecurity issues, and
she's pregnant now.
She's pregnant now. And,
all right, here's the deal. Women never feel more vulnerable than when they're pregnant, particularly as the pregnancy goes along. And if you are saying things like, I'm not sure if I want this, or this wasn't my idea, that's going to be met with anger, and she will never forget this.
Worse than the enemy at this point.
Yeah, may worse. Chucking rocks ain't nothing compared to this.
All right.
So if she is pregnant, there's going to be a child. Suck it up a little bit and be supportive. Maybe have discussions later about how you're going to manage your life. But this thing's coming, regardless of whose decision it is.
Right.
Make her feel supported.
Yeah, and the other thing is these chicks that do that, I had an abortion, I can't get pregnant, that just means you were pregnant already.
Right.
To me, now you're fertile soil.
Yes, you're definite.
All right.
Go.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back after this.
All right, guys, here's the deal. Looking to hook up? Call the Dateline. Sick of wasting time with the wrong person? Call the Dateline. One call's all you need to make. Call the Dateline.
1-877-889-DATE. If you need help, call LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191.
That's the show, everyone. Chris Titus in here tomorrow night. Charlie O'Connell, The Bachelor.
Nice.
I'm telling you, the new Bachelor. Good
you
season.
Like it? That's good.
I do.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm interested in. He's going to let me smell his fingers on the air.
Oh, that's excellent.
Excellent. Awesome. And we're going to take ourselves a
hey guys, wait, real quick.
Break.
What?
Before we break here, I gotta finish it off with one last one. Nam Bland.
Like Nambla.
Nambla.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Confusing.
Namblile, too.
I got another one.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Chris.
Tyke's place.
Tyke's place. Like
Another word for a child.
Yeah, like Tyke. But what's the place? How's the place work?
I don't know. That's for
Isle of Tots.
All right. Isle of Tots. Not bad. We'll take a little break. We'll be back in about 22 hours. So until next time, it's Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
This has been LoveLine. LoveLine. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for LoveLine is Ann Ingold. LoveLine is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.